Hi Pisces, I hope that you're well. Today we're going to be checking into your person's intentions towards you, regardless if you guys are together or in separation. Okay, so starting off here with Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Here we have mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So here we have, what is it? I think it's Gemini, or is it? No, it's Pisces again, Sagittarius, Virgo, and that's Gemini. So you could be dealing with one of these signs. Here we have creativity with number 7. Here we have girl with a snake, empath, and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. And then here we have separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. So it could be that this is a no contact situation. It could be that you were actually the one that was having all of the best interest for this connection, and you were the one that had a lot of genuine interest for this relationship to turn out for the best, and yet someone decided to perhaps just use you, because here we have empath and narcissist paradigm. So I'm getting a person that has multiple facets and that is very unpredictable and just very volatile. And it's like you never really manage to understand what it is that they want and where it is that they're coming from with their actions and their words, because they're so contradictory that you don't really understand who it is that you have in front of you. But it's like, I feel like whatever they say, when they are at peace, when they are in a good mood, when they are in a bad mood, when they're angry, everything that they say seems so genuine, you know, and like they really mean it. So it's like you can't really understand how someone can mean that they love you and also mean that they hate you at the same time. So it's very clear that there has been some confusion here. And I do believe that their genuine interest was actually, and still actually is, to have a nurturing and valid relationship here, and that they actually want to increase the level of intimacy with you. But I do sense that there is a blockage from their part. It could be the narcissism that we're talking about here, which is more about survival. It's more about, behaving a certain way so this person can basically kick this intimacy away, because ultimately they don't know what intimacy is. They have no idea what it is. They don't know how to deal with it. It could be something very unknown in their life because they've never really been able to be intimate with anybody, to have a genuine connection is what I mean. Most likely not even with their caregivers, they were able to be genuinely connected to them. So this intimacy, this opening up and being extremely vulnerable is something that is very dangerous to them, because they have been brought up in a way that if you were to open up, then, there's something wrong with you, or, their authenticity wasn't glorified. Their authenticity wasn't seen or valued. It was rather ridiculed and belittled. So there's definitely that blockage going on. Now let's see with the tarot what it has for you. Here we have the Queen of Wands. Here we have the World. Here we have the Three of Pentacles. Here we have the Queen of Cups, and here we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. I am seeing that there might be some kind of a third party situation here involved, because we have two queens here. So no matter if you are a woman or a man watching this, I'm not, I'm still identifying these two as just two separate entities, Yeah, it could be that there is this third party energy that is basically in the middle of all of this. Here I'm seeing as well, we have the 10 of Swords. Here we have the 6 of Cups. Here we have the 2 of Swords, and here we have the 8 of Pentacles. So I'm just going to move this a little bit to the side so you can still see a little glimpse of the 8 of Pentacles while maintaining a little glimpse of the 6 of Cups. I never know how to put this, to be honest with you. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. I think that this person, obviously, it's like a whole package that basically comes with being the way that they are. They seek outside validation, and I believe that they would feel more comfortable being with someone that is very volatile as them, rather than to be with someone that is stable. They would rather continue living off the toxicity that is so familiar to them, rather than settle in security, rather than learn how to settle in security, which is very common, obviously, for everyone. If it would be something easy, then everybody would do it. And then, I believe that then the toxic people and, the unstable people would kind of disappear at a very rapid pace, but that's not the case. It's very complicated to, just start learning something new and how to function properly after many years of functioning in a very specific way. It's something that takes a lot of willpower, and at times it takes years to master. So it could be that this third party energy has these kind of characteristics in them, to keep on feeding the trauma, and therefore creating a familiar and comfortable space for your person to function, because ultimately that's their dynamics, that is their familiar field, and that is where they function at best. And the stability and the vulnerability and the intimacy that you're capable of offering is something unknown to them. So you are labeled as scary, basically. You are terrifying to them. I'm seeing here that there is a lot of thinking about this. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of anxiety. It could be that comes from you thinking, is this person going to choose me? Are they going to choose someone else? Is there someone else? It could be that you don't even know. But if you are having doubts, I'm getting a confirmation here. Obviously, do not take this as, universal truth. Just, do a little bit of investigation on your own. But I'm getting with the 10 of Swords that there is this separation. It could be that you guys have ended because of this third party. And there is this reconciliation that wants to happen with the 6 of Cups. There is nostalgia. There is thinking about you and everything. So now the thing is, obviously, I don't know how productive that would be for you. I sense that this person here, I'm not seeing growth. I'm not seeing any of that. I'm actually seeing an indecisiveness as to whether to come back or not. There is the 8 of Pentacles here, which does talk about working on stuff, which does talk about, productivity and making sure that the best choices are made in order to proceed forward in the best way possible. But that 10 of Swords is really outstanding, or at least to me, to my eye. So I truly don't believe that this person is going to change. I don't believe that that this is something that is going to better, because I'm not seeing anything that talks about growth. I'm seeing something that talks about a finished cycle and then the beginning of a new one here with this world. But here we have also that mutable card that talks about surrender, fluidity, and welcoming changes. So the change being, for them, the fact that they are supposed to welcome change, as in they're supposed to welcome new dynamics, and they are supposed, or better, were supposed to embrace your healing energy, and that they were supposed to embrace all of the wisdom that you were able to offer them. I believe that you saw right through them, and I believe that this person felt comfortable with you and felt safe enough with you to share their life story and to share why they are the way that they are. And I believe that in the most compassionate and empathic sense of the way, you were there for them and you were trying to teach them stuff. But that is something that they were nodding their head to, but they didn't manage to embrace, because that is simply foreigner talk to them, you know, it's foreign talk to them. And so for them, it was to welcome that kind of change. For you, was to welcome the fact that as much as you try to make it work with someone, sometimes it's just not fucking worth it. Sometimes it's just not worth it. And we're just supposed to accept that some people are not meant to be in our life. Some people are just chapters and not the whole story. So I believe that that is pretty much it. There is going to be a chance for reconciliation if that is what you want. Here we also have the Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit. Positive change, it is going to be happening. There is going to be a positive change in your life once you're going to start embracing another type of dynamic, and that is to recognize, to know exactly what is going on, and to not accept it if it's not aligned with you. Positive change is going to start coming once you let go of this situation, because it has broken your heart in multiple pieces, and I really, really doubt that you want to go back to that. If you do want to go back to that, I suggest that you start doing this introspective, you start embarking on an introspective journey, trying to understand exactly what part of you wants to go back to that, why, and where is the trauma in that, you know, that then triggered you to wanting to go back to a situation like that. Because if you do want to go back, if you do want to try again after all of this pain, there has to be something that is calling back to that. There has to be a wound that wants to be healed and is telling you, go back to that situation so we can heal this wound. And you have to understand which one it is. But I do believe that in loneliness and solitude, in understanding that that is not for you, and for you to preferring to be alone but in peace rather than in company and miserable is actually the best choice, then that's when things are going to be changing for the positive way, okay? All right, Pisces, this is all that I have for you. If it made sense, please let me know, and we're going to be seeing each other next time, okay? Bye-bye.